Hey folks, Mav's Dad here, back with another watch review. Today I've got the Citizen Endeavor model number AW1424-54L. What we'll do is open this thing up, look at the fit and finish, the features and the functions, and then I'll give you my overall impressions of this Citizen dress watch. Here you go, Citizen watch box. Everybody's seen these before. And one thing I like about Citizen watch boxes, I think they're a little bit nicer than Seiko's. I just like them. I like the way they look. I just like these watch boxes a little bit better than Seiko's. Not that I like Citizen watches better than Seiko watches, but I like their watch boxes. This kind of circular tubular watch box, pretty cool. All right, inside you get your normal documentation. You've got your registration right there. You got your warranty, your 5-year limited warranty, and you got your instruction manual. So now that we've got all of that exciting stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at this Citizen. Open it up here. We'll take the watch off. We'll put this stuff to the side. All right. What I'll do on the left-hand side of the screen, everybody knows the drill. I'll go ahead and put all of the specifications of the watch, and then we'll go a little more into detail about this Citizen. You're looking at a 45mm case. You have a 26mm bracelet. It's 14mm thick. You have an EcoDrive J810 movement inside. It comes with an 8-month power reserve, so that's a really good power reserve. It also has overcharge prevention. And it also has an insufficient charge warning, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later. It's 200 meters water resistant, which is 660 feet. It has a date function at 3 o'clock. It has a mineral crystal instead of a sapphire. Normally you wouldn't see a sapphire crystal. You're gonna have to spend a couple $100 more to see a sapphire in a watch. So those are really, there's not really too many features of this watch. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Couple things. One, I do like the bezel. The bezel has a very nice click action, very little play in it. Very nice bezel action on this thing. I actually like the look of the bezel as well as the bezel lines up perfectly with the 12 o'clock index, which is one of my pet peeves when a watch doesn't do that. So I do like that. I like the overall look of the watch. It's got a lot of different colors. It kind of reminds me in a weird way of a Rolex Yachtmaster 2. Not necessarily the design of the watch, but all the different colors. You've got the dark blue, you've got the gold, you've got the white of the indexes in the hands, you've got the red here at the diver bezel area, you've got the red on the dial. It's got a lot of color combinations going on here. It just reminds me it's a very nautical looking watch for sure. It's a great looking watch. I do like the date function has that gold accent around the window. It also is, it's a two-tone watch, so if you look, you'll see gold accents in the links, also around the bezel right there. So it's a good looking watch, definitely. Let's talk a little bit more about the features. You do have an insufficient charge warning, so basically what will happen is the second hand will jump for every 2 seconds when basically when the battery's low and you need to charge it up again. It'll jump every 2 seconds to let you know you have about 4 or 5 days left before you need to put this thing under some light and charge it up. Another thing, it's a really heavy watch. Not obtrusively heavy, but it's, for some reason, I don't know why it's so heavy. It's a pretty heavy watch on the wrist. So I'm not quite sure why it's so heavy, but you'll definitely notice that it's there. Getting to the bracelet, it only has 2 micro adjustments in the bracelet, which normally you're gonna see at least 3 or 4. So I'm not quite sure why it only has 2, but I guess you're gonna have to take out a link or add a link if you need some more space or need to take it in a little bit. It's just one of those watches that I could take it or leave it. It's not ugly. It's not gorgeous. It's okay looking. It's an okay looking watch. It serves its purpose. You're not gonna stop anybody in their tracks. They're not gonna ask you, hey, where'd you get that? What type of watch is that? It's a good looking watch, but it's just uninspiring to me. I don't have to have it. I don't have to know more about it. I don't know, man. It's just, it's okay. Is it a good looking dress watch? Yes. But is it, fantastic looking? Not in my opinion. Let's go ahead and test out the lume. I'm gonna hold it up under the studio light here, and we'll get a good shot of that lume and see how bright that lume is. Citizen lume is nowhere near as good as Seiko's LumiBright, but they're doing a better job. So let's go ahead and cut this out. Let's take a look at the lume. There you go. It's got that classic Citizen blue. It's a little bit bright in here, so it's not going to really pop, but too much. But you're looking at lume on the hour and minute hands, on the edge of the second hand, that little tip, and of course on the indexes. So there you go. You know, nothing spectacular. Again, not as good as Seiko lume, but it does the job. All right. Let's go ahead and try this thing on. And obviously, I leave all these tags on these watches in case I want to send them back. So there you go. It's got some good wrist presence. I'm not a big gold, two-tone gold person. I don't like gold on watches, period. That's just me personally. But this is pretty well done. I just don't see the need for gold. And that's, that's just me. You know, some of y'all out there might absolutely love a two-tone watch. I'm just a stainless steel guy. So there you go. Does have a nice clasp. I like that scissor clasp. Let's get a shot of the case back there. Typical Seiko, I'm sorry, typical Citizen screw down case back. It does have a screw down crown at 3 o'clock. Any watch that's rated for 200 meters ought to have a screw down crown. Let's go ahead and put this thing back. Come on. There we go. These are about $350 on Amazon. There are a couple different variations, different color combinations of the watch face and the bezel. You know, for 350 bucks, I think it's a little overpriced for what you're getting. Personal opinion, but if you want a decent dress watch, two-tone dress watch, I guess, you know, you could get this. I'm assuming y'all can tell by my lack of enthusiasm. This watch it's just not blowing me away. And it's really heavy. I'm not quite sure why it's so heavy. It's not like it's an automatic. It has a ton of features and functions inside. It's just, I don't know. I don't know why it's so heavy. I'm trying to think of anything else I forgot. You're looking at, obviously, a signed clasp. Looking at the face. I do like the fact that the indexes are applied. They're raised off the face of the watch. Again, I like that date function at 3 o'clock. Nice looking. The date's very, easy to read. The whole watch face is really, really legible. I like the bezel. All of these colors, I mean, I guess, obviously Citizen's going for a nautical theme, and that's kind of what they're, and if you notice on the watch, you can see these lines right there. Kind of like a compass. Again, going with the nautical theme. So go out there and get one if you like it. It's just one of those watches. I could take it or leave it, honestly. So anyway, if you like this watch, please click on like. If you want to subscribe to my channel, please do so. I love new subscribers, and I appreciate every one of you, each and every one of you. And I'll go ahead and put a reminder of that in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. And if you want to go out there and get this again, $350 on Amazon. There are a couple different variations of the Citizen. This is the Endeavor line. And I'll put those links in the description field so you can check them out. And again, it's okay looking. I mean, it's an okay looking watch. It's got okay features. For $350, honestly, I would have expected maybe a date function, maybe even a chronograph. I'm not a chronograph person either. I have no need for a chronograph. I'm not running 100-meter sprints or 50-yard dashes or anything. I really don't think a chronograph function really is necessary in today's society, unless you're an athlete, possibly. But for $350, I would have expected, a little bit more so far as functions and features of this watch. Maybe even if they didn't, include a lot of functions and features, maybe include a sapphire crystal instead of a mineral crystal. So, I don't know. Go out there. I mean, if you like it, get one. So, that's really been it, folks. This has been the Citizen Endeavor model number AW1424-54L. I've got some more reviews coming up, a lot of new great stuff coming up soon, so stay tuned, and I'll see y'all on the next review. Take care. Bye-bye.